Hello again, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. I have just spent an hour trying to improve on my current setup here, and yeah, no luck there really. I have been trying to move the camera around, trying different angles is what I was going to say. I have tried moving light sources around to make it look better, and yeah, I haven't really succeeded. Which is a shame because I'm not very happy with the look of my current setup here, but I think under the circumstances it's the best I can do, so we're just gonna have to live with it. I would like to get a better camera, for example, but it's not really in the budget right now, so we're gonna have to live with this. And also we're gonna have to live with the boring background because yeah, I tried aiming the camera in that direction, which is in the direction of my bookshelf and just the more interesting stuff. But it didn't work out very well because in that direction is also my window, and it just doesn't look good if I aim the camera towards the window. So yeah, we're just gonna roll with this and make the best of it. I'm not very happy with you seeing the reflection of my screen, my monitor in my glasses, but can't do anything about that, I'm afraid, because I mean I could take off my glasses, but then I can't see anything, so yeah, that's not gonna work. So yeah, moving on to the actual video. That was just a small tangent, small update, I suppose you can call it. We are here today looking at a movie box from my movie collection. Sort of sci-fi horror cult films. And you've probably seen the title of the films or of the video, so you know what box set it is. This is the Ultimate Ed Wood Collection, which honestly I don't think it's a very good looking set. Like the design of the box set, it's a bit so. But I think it is like the content of the box set is nice. Ed Wood, if you don't know who he is a filmmaker active mostly in the 50s, known for making really bad films. But he was also a great film lover. So, and I think that really shows in his films. Like, he was really incompetent as a filmmaker, but he really loved the craft. So, you can't really hate him, Ed Wood, he was such a darling. I mean, I didn't know him personally. Obviously, he died, I think, before I was born. So, yeah. But from what I can gather from his films, he seemed like a really nice person. So, let's look at what is in here. And this is a collection of 8 films, and there's actually one of these that is not quite like the others, and I'm gonna show you later. But first of all, let's look at this. This is a movie called Ed Wood, made by Tim Burton, starring Johnny Depp as Ed Wood. It's sort of a biopic, I suppose you'd call it, about Ed Wood's life. And I don't know the details of Ed's life, so I don't know how close to reality this film actually is, but I think it is very respectful to Ed Wood, because it does portray him as, a bit of an eccentric, but not really a bad dude, because by all accounts he was a really decent dude. And then moving on to what is probably his most famous film, Plan 9 from Outer Space. This one I have seen, and it has been voted worst film ever made. Is it the worst film ever made? Nah, I think I've seen worse. I mean, it's very incompetently made, but it is entertaining. And if it's entertaining, in my book, that, a movie like that can't be the worst movie ever made, because movies are entertainment. That's the point of them. So I really like this. If you want to hear more in detail my thoughts on Plan 9 from Outer Space, me and my friend Ebba, we have actually started a movie podcast, and our very first episode was about this. The podcast is called Star Crashed, named after the movie Star Crash, and we are not yet available on iTunes or in like podcast manager apps. The plan is that we eventually will be. But in the meantime, you can follow us on Facebook and on SoundCloud, and I will leave links to both those things in the description down below. And I really do recommend you check out our podcast. We've had a lot of fun so far. We recorded a whole bunch of episodes, and this one is published on SoundCloud, so you can listen to it. We had a lot of fun. In this DVD case here, there is also included a documentary about Plan 9 and Ed Wood, which is called Flying Saucers Over Hollywood. I think it's a pretty decent documentary. It was a long while since I watched it now, but from what I remember, it seemed to respect Ed Wood, you know. To some extent it was even admiring of him, because they were really talking about this cult phenomenon that is Plan 9, and how, you know, people loved it despite what it is, which is an objectively bad film, but, you know, like I said, still entertaining. Just really nice. And it has, I think the documentary had a nice variety of people that they interviewed, and, you know, you got sort of a broad perspective on Ed Wood and his films. And then the next DVD here is one that I actually haven't opened yet. You can see it's still shrink wrapped, and this contains Bride of the Monster and Night of the Ghouls. I have seen neither of these two films, but they do look like something right up my alley. Like, that's just the sort of garbage I love to watch. So I'm looking forward to that. And then another one here that contains Glenn or Glenda and Jailbait. Glenn or Glenda is sort of a little bit Ed Wood's autobiography to some extent, because Ed Wood liked to walk around in women's clothing, especially these Angora sweaters, and the person in this movie also does that. But there are a few other details, of course, to make it more dramatic than Ed Wood's real life, but I think he put a little bit of himself in that film, so I'm gonna enjoy checking that one out, I think, because Ed Wood is an interesting character in film history. Then lastly, there is one other DVD in this box set, which is not an Ed Wood film, and I'm not entirely sure why they included it in here. I think they motivated as it's an Ed Wood-like a film, like it's a film known for being really bad in the same way that Plan 9 from Outer Space is known as being really bad. So I can kind of see it, but I still don't think it's a movie that should be included in this box set, because it's not an Ed Wood film. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Santa Claus Conquers the Martian, which is a really bad film and a really funny film, and it's also a film that Emma and I are gonna make a podcast about and publish in December if you want to check it out. But like I said, it really has nothing to do with Ed Wood, so weird choice for this box set, but whatever. I suppose it does make a good double feature with Plan 9 from Outer Space, so there's that. And that was all for this box set, and just a little piece of my movie collection here. I have a lot more that I want to show you, and this was just a little piece of it. I have a few other videos, a few other collection overviews on my channel, and you can check them out, and I'm gonna make more in the future where you get to see other parts of my movie collection and my book collection and my games collection and my collection of just nerdy stuff, because I collect a lot of things. I'm a bit crazy like that, but it's who I am. You know, the whole collector, gatherer, hunter, that kind of thing. I'm very much the gatherer. I'm not a hunter, I'm the gatherer. I'm the hoarder, really. Yeah. Anyway, I'm getting off topic here. I hope you liked this video. It was just a quick one, and I am also sorry for bad setting here, but like I said, we just have to live with that. And like and subscribe if you feel like it. Comment down below if you've seen some of Ed Wood's films maybe, or if you just have anything else to comment in general, do so down below. I would love to hear from you. And I will see you again soon. Bye bye.